Hey man, he trash.
He's straight.
Yeah, I see it.
Straight call my boy trash. Hey, we live now. We're talking about college basketball because the Ohio State, not football, basketball team is about to go 4-1, beating the number 17 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And if they want to take that stuff to the football field, if they want to get to the college football playoffs, bring it.
Yeah.
We'll take them boys out too.
Yeah, bring it right now. And what I told Pay off the air, Bangkok, the center for the University of North Carolina, is trash. I told him. I'm telling you straight up, he trash.
One of the greatest North Carolina players ever. Calling him trash.
He ain't top 25. He ain't top 25.
In North Carolina's history?
No, never.
Top 10. He's top 10.
No, easy. Oh my God. Oh my! Stop it.
10. Pay not that he bet does not. He's not
right off the top of my head.
Career-wise, top 10.
If your career,
He's been there 17 years.
This is like his 6th year. So he's stat padding. You are correct, but I mean you can't take that. You can't. He didn't put COVID out there. They gave him the COVID year. You know, he came back and do a what do you call it, elective year. I mean, hey, he's getting his money, so I ain't mad at him. But finally, this week has finally got here. I've been waiting for a month, it feels like, to get this game out of the way. I am sick of you, Big G, and I'm sick of B Dirt talking about this game. Because all of that cheating nonsense, I see right through it. That was number pregame, building up to this week. Finally, let's get it out the way. Tell me. You already said, in fact, I'm not asking you. Tate. G already told us who's going to win. He told us how they're going to win. What's going to happen tomorrow?
Pay, it's going to be a tight game, man. It's going to be a defensive battle. You know what the over-under is?
Let me look it up right now, but go ahead and keep talking.
Michigan is favored, I think, by 3.
No,
3.5.
I know Michigan favored, but the over-under, because I'm thinking it's going to be like maybe a 20-17 game, just because both the defenses are stout.
Ooh. So you're saying the over-under is going to be like 37.5? That sounds a little low.
Okay. You got the 2 top defenses in the nation.
Number 1 versus number 2.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. The over-under is 46.5 right now on DraftKings.
And I'm saying 37. So I would definitely take that under all day.
Okay. So we talked about this on Pay Dirt, but go ahead. You all say we duck stuff.
Yeah, you didn't make a pick. So I see it playing out like this. A defensive struggle. So if I say 2017, Michigan's up 17-13 in the 4th quarter. Kyle McCord takes them down with the pass game. By hitting the Buka in the slot. Hit Maserati Marv out there outside the number a couple times. He probably gonna score the game-winning touchdown. And Travion Henderson is going to see the ball on some screen passes, some things like that set up. And those 3 players, along with the tight end, help me with his name, BG?
K. Stover.
I was about to say Iden. There's an Iden, K. Iden play somewhere. But yeah, K. Stover. It's too much juice, Pay. Michigan ain't played nobody with this much juice this year. Ohio State goes down one of the tight one, 20-17.
G. Yeah. How many points have Michigan scored the last 2 years when they played Ohio State?
They scored 38 last year, and the year before that, they scored 35. I think they had 38 one year and 35 the other year.
So by themselves, the most recent history, Michigan is putting up 40 on y'all heads.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
over under 46.
The year before that, we put a beating on them, 40.
Are those players still in school? Michigan still has those players still in school, though.
But okay, one of those years, the first year, the 2 you talk about, different defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
the second
two
year,
for Jim
same
Norris.
defensive coordinator, but Ohio State did give up some big plays. Ohio State's whole focus this year was not to let the top get taken off their defense and give up explosive plays. And they've given up one play this year over 40 yards, and it was against Rutgers, and it was some cheesy fumble Ruski type play.
Yeah.
So not happening this year. Michigan don't have the juice, man. They don't have no receiver that scare me. Corman's a beast of a running back, but he don't scare me. He's good in between the tackles. He gonna grind and get 4 or 5 yards several times in the game, but he ain't finna bust out like Travion going to.
I'm gonna give y'all a little hitter. Man. When Ohio State beats Michigan, normally there's a freshman wide receiver that goes bananas and has an outstanding game. The freshman wide receiver is on the roster this year. His name's Carnell Tate, number 17.
What up, cuz? What up, cuz?
Any relation?
Tate. No, I don't
really
know. He's from Chicago.
Maybe.
Right?
I gotta ask my grandma. She know him.
But this kid, I'm telling you right now, is going to have a big game against Michigan. I look for Carnell Tate to possibly be the number 2 receiver.
Hey, Big G. And that's because they got a double Maserati, right?
Well, this is the deal. This is what I know by watching that all 22 film, because I done sat down on it, bro. That Michigan doesn't respect Ohio State's front line. So Michigan is going to sit and cover 2 the whole freaking game. They're going to say our 4 defensive linemen, which they got 3 out of 4 dogs. Don't get me wrong. 3 out of their 4 defensive linemen are first or second round NFL draft picks. So they're going to say, we're going to get, I'm telling you, number 78, definitely by far. He's one of the greatest athletes I've ever seen at that size. So they're going to put pressure on Ohio State with 4. And they're going to say, McCord, you got to be able to drop something in the breadbasket. They're not going to let Marv get behind them. They'll let Amuka get him on crossing routes. They'll even let Case Stover get a hitch or up the seam. But they're not going to let Marv get behind them, right? I.e. where Tate is going to get one-on-one coverage, even if they're in cover 2, because they're going to shift everything toward that side. So there's where and the second set at Ohio State is the screen game for Travion Henderson. The screen, when you actually look at it, Michigan got 1 big-time player, Blake Corum. Ohio State has 2. Travion Henderson, Marvin Harrison Jr. Either one of those guys get the ball anywhere on the field, they can score. Michigan got 1 guy that can do it, and that's the running back, Blake Corum. So 2 over 1 wins.
I like that you all shouted out Blake Corum because I was definitely gonna bring him up. Tate, you said the whole focus of the defensive philosophy this season, not allow anything big over the top, right? So that tells me, and I've only watched maybe 6 quarters of Ohio State football, so check me if I'm wrong, but that tells me that they've got everybody pulled back. They're waiting. Their focus is on the back line, and that allows you to get 8 up in the front. Allows for a good running back like Blake Corum, who can go, who's very, very quick in between the tackles, very strong in between the tackles, hit you repeatedly for 4 to 5 yards every carry. It's what do you do to stop that?
Man, yeah, that's true about the defensive philosophy. Ohio State plays a lot more 2 deep safety to keep that lid on it. But I'm completely confident in our defensive line, man. JTT to Tualoa. You got Jack Sawyer. You got Hall. You got some beasts up front on that line. You can probably name the rest of them, Big G. But
Tyleik Williams and Mo Hall is going to have the games. They have to play the games of their lives. Tyleik Williams and Mo Hall have to. The 2 defensive tackles.
Them boys first or second round picks too now.
Maybe first.
Okay, I said first or second. I was just being humble with the or second.
Yeah.
Everybody can't go in the first round.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I look for them to the front 7 to really stop the run. The corner's gonna stop Michigan's receivers. Nobody on the receiver side scares me. Nobody. And like they got a Marv out there or Nabuka, 2 definite first round picks.
Yeah.
So and Burke, our corner, is a first round pick. And I'm starting to like that. What is it, Hancock, number 7?
Yeah.
I'm liking the way he's starting to play, Big G.
Yeah. Hancock and Proctor and number 6, Sonny Styles. Those 3 safeties are got to play because Lathan Ransom's not playing. But like I said, the deal is, I'm telling y'all, but Ohio State is going to blitz Michigan to where I don't think you're going to see that much blitzing out of Michigan. But Michigan, believe me, Michigan believes that their front 4 can beat Ohio State. They believe it. They believe it in their heart that they can beat them. So the issue, what it's going to come down to is this, really, to be honest. What quarterback plays better? If Kyle McCord lays an egg, we're taking a loss. We're taking a loss. He's got to continue to maturate and level up. And this is the deal. Right now, Ohio State's playing their best football. Michigan's not playing their best. That means something. That means something right now. So, I'm just saying, And last factor, last thing I want to say.
Hey, Big G.
Yeah.
About some hugs between you and Mod, man. He
Yeah.
agrees with you, bro.
It's about time.
It's about time. That don't typically happen.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Ma. But this is the last thing, bro. And I got to put this out there. If Ryan Day loses this game as the Buckeye head coach, he's cooked. He's cooked. He's cooked. He might as well pack up. He might as well not even come back on the bus from Ann Arbor. Because his future is on the line. The pressure in this game, believe it or not, is way more on Ohio State than it is Michigan. Because they've already beat them twice, and the excuse is, you were still in our signs. What happened to Harbaugh do it again? Harbaugh ain't even on the freaking sideline. Y'all done already caught him up with all the scandals, and you lose again, and you drop an egg, you're cooked. You're cooked.
I agree, G.
Yeah. So
I agree. I try to inform people on this not last spring, but the spring before last, 2021, that spring in early April. Some people they're informed by sports, by professional sports, where winning the championship is everything. College sports, rivalries matter more than titles.
Facts.
You cannot continually lose to your rival. And it's definitely more important when it is a big money rival. Like there's not many of those left with college realignment and everything like that. But Michigan, Ohio State might be the last of the Mohicans in college football as it relates to college rivalry games, because the Iron Bowl. Well, I mean that's whack.
Trash.
What's that? The Red River rivalry, that's going away. The Pac-12 is dissolving. So this is the big one. As I said, rivalries matter more than titles. You cannot lose these rivalry games. And if Ryan Day loses 3 in a row, them boosters gonna have something to say to him. And they might say, "Hey, look, bro, how much is your buyout? Yeah, let's get somebody else. We need somebody that's gonna win this game."
Man, I hear Mon talking about no way, G, but I'm telling you, you right on the money with this one, bro.
That's and I'm gonna go right to your brother. Hey, Mod, what was that Texas coach name that won with Vince Young? I forget his name. Was it Mac Brown? Mac Brown. Mac Brown. He had one thing on his resume. He had that one season, right? How did he stay employed for so long? Because he wasn't getting his tail kicked every season by his rivals. He won the rivalry games every now and then, but he would still only go 8 wins, in the season. That's how you stay employed. You beat your rival.
Pay and Kev, there's going to be an excess of $200 million to change his hands over the next 24 hours. This is the biggest. I mean, the only one I could think of that was bigger than this one was the 06 number 1 versus number 2 Ohio State versus Michigan. This game is right neck and neck with that game. The 06,
that's when I stopped being a Michigan fan.
06 Michigan versus Ohio State, they went at it. This one took on a bigger characteristics of the head coaches more than ever before. Ryan Day hates Jim Harbaugh, and Jim Harbaugh hates Ryan Day. They hate each other. Oh, they don't have no respect for each other at all.
Jim Harbaugh don't hate anybody.
Man, please. Go back and watch the press conferences. It's a lot.
Nobody that dresses the way that he dresses has a bone of hate for anybody.
He don't like Ryan Day, and Ryan Day don't like him at all. So this game means a lot, let alone the money. The money, look, $200 million gonna change hands. Maybe more than that. It's big money out there, bro. You got dudes like Lex Wexner calling out Uncle T up there in Michigan, and they probably put $10 million on it. I bet you $10 million that the Buckeyes pop your boys. It's going down like that this year, bro. I'm telling you, it's like you've never seen before. Why do you think Ohio State hired all that extra security? They've never done that before. They hired a whole security force. That's never happened. It's because this thing is heated, bro. There's gonna be a whole lot of fights. It's gonna be a lot of fights. This thing is going down, bro. This might be one of the best games you ever seen in your life.
Hey, Pay. I'm kind of with you now. I'm an Ohio State fan, man, but we taking too long on this.
Yeah,
I feel you, man. Let's get a game. Let's get a score.
Okay. I gave my score.
Yeah, I gave mine 24-13. 24-13.
All right.
I got 2017.
Ohio State breaks the streak. They finally win a game out of the against this with this class. All right, let's keep it moving. Tate, by your request, let's go right to our picks.
Yeah, man. Let's take a quick break and come back for the picks.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. Take us to break.
Stay with us if you're on YouTube or watching on Facebook. We'll be right back. Audio, show our sponsor some love. It's Black Friday. Check them out. We'll be back.
And we're back on the Overtime Homie Podcast. Pay. Kick it. Pay, I'm curious. We're going to pick them, like you said. What's the tallies last week, man?
All right, man. So, G, congratulations, man. I'm not gonna give you a whole preamble roundup, but G, I'm happy for you, man. Your last few weeks have been pretty good. You're on a 7-5 the last 3 weeks. You've got yourself over 500 now. You were the best out of all four of us last week. You were 3-1. Tate, followed by you. You were 1-2, and me and Dirt, both 0-3 on our picks.
What were my games?
Your one win was the Giants will cover the 8.5.
I told y'all. What were my losses?
Pittsburgh, they were 1.5 point dogs. They got their boot smoke, and Denver had to win by 2.
And Denver won by 1.
Yep.
Look at them games. The pick'em games cost me, man. Look at them games. Okay.
So our up to season records. We got I'll come back to that later. Tate, you're still in the front, 28-12. G, you have now wrestled the number 2 spot away from me. You are 22-21. My last 3 weeks have been horrible. I am now sitting at 500, 18-18. Dirt is bringing up the rear, 11-18. And I don't think Dirt supplied us with any picks this week. So he's going to kick the bucket again and get away from that winning percentage.
Yep.
So wait, so G passed you?
He's 22-21.
I'm on your behind, Tate. I'm coming, bro. Pause.
Ooh,
like Tate always say. Triple pause. Go, man. Go.
All right. So our first game, we already down 4 games. It was pretty good games over the holiday weekend. We're gonna start it off. Tate. I'm giving you.
Wait. B-Dirt said he gonna pick from the chat. That's what he just said on Running from the Jungle.
Oh man, I gotta monitor that too.
That's
all right. So let's start. Let's start with B-Dirt. Let's see how good your Wi-Fi is. Let's see if you can keep it live. Don't hold us up, please. First game, B-Dirt. It is on you. You got Carolina, Tennessee. I know, a disgusting, yucky game. Carolina's getting 3.5. Over under 36.5. What say you?
Man, he got to
Let's
hurry
wait
up.
for it.
Dog. Yeah, he got to hurry up. Come on, man. You got like 9 seconds.
Hey,
Way
Jake,
fast in a hurry. Yes, sir.
give him the sign.
Kick rocks.
He's got the Titans.
He's
All
fine.
right.
Oh, fine. Yeah, fine. Mike, fine.
Where you see Titans at? Oh, there
I
you
see
go.
it.
Okay, you came
They
through.
the Titans. Yep.
All right, keep
Next
it moving.
game. Next game. Tate, this is for you. Jacksonville is going to go play Houston. A big game in the AFC South. Houston, 1.5 point dogs at home. What say you?
Hey, man, this is Ohio State weekend, man. Give me my homie CJ Stroud, man.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the homie CJ Stroud to take Trevor Lawrence out.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right.
Houston, and they a 1.5 dog. They can win outright.
Ooh.
See, but you like giving me these pick'em games, though. I see what you're doing.
That's the easiest way to take it. Whoever you think will win the game. So,
Yeah.
maybe that's a little familiar relationship. G, you up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The
What I got?
nasty, a next nasty game. Patriots at the Giants. One of these teams is going to move up higher for a quarterback. The Giants are 3.5 point dogs. That means the Patriots are actually favored. They do not deserve to be favored. But how do you see it, G?
Man, I like Bill Belichick, man. I like Bill Belichick. Give me the Patriots, man. I ain't picking the
Patriots
Giants.
to score enough points to cover 3.5.
Yeah, I think the score is gonna be like 20-14.
So let me ask you this. I understand your pick. Who's the best player on the field?
Saquon Barkley.
There you go. But go ahead, Pay.
I'm
That's
gonna
right.
take Yep.
I'm going to skip that one. All right. So, next game for me. Tampa Bay, Indianapolis Colts. Another disgusting game. Who wants to watch that trash?
Horrible.
Indianapolis Colts are 2.5 point faves. I'm going to take the Colts here. I'm begrudgingly taking the Colts to cover that 2.5. I think they win by 4 points, something nasty, like 15-11, something like that. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna go. Swing it back around. G, Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a 2 point dog at home. How you see it?
Give me the Steelers with the points. The Steelers gonna win. I think they're gonna outright win, but they're gonna cover that. They're gonna get that 2.5. They're gonna eat that up. So give me the Steelers. I like the Steelers to win 24-17.
All right. Tate, you go back on you.
Hey man, I got from what I know, unless you guys remember, a new listener, Dennis. What is it? Pavlik.
What's up, Dennis, in the building?
Thanks for joining us, Dennis. He went against my pick and said Trevor gonna step on their throats, though. He ain't say Jacksonville gonna get the win. He said stepping on throats.
Let them know.
Jacksonville Jaguars are bipolar, dog. They bipolar. But
I don't think Trevor Lawrence got throat stepping in him though.
Nope.
He's
a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback. He don't got throat stepping in him.
Yep.
Battle of the NFC South. New Orleans Saints versus the Atlanta Falcons.
Who is this?
Falcons
B-Dirt?
This is for you. You. In fact, this is for you. Falcons are 1.5 point dogs at home. How you see it?
Man, I gotta go with New Orleans, man.
Yeah, smart.
They got to fire Atlanta coach too, man. How he ain't using Bijan Robinson? He's an idiot. Fired. He's an idiot, man. He's an idiot.
Dirt, you on the clock, man. Cleveland at Denver. Denver's a 1.5 point favorite at the Mile High Crib. How you see it? And while B Dirt is typing, Tate, you back up. Rams at the Cardinals. Cardinals are 2.5 point dogs at home.
Ooh, that's another. All these games is junk this weekend, man.
Straight jump.
Give me Kyler Murray, man. He gonna break out.
Good pick.
Kyler Murray, James Conner, but so is your boy back. Your boy for the Rams, Williams, like that's his name.
Yeah.
Kyron Williams. Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
That's bad for my fantasy matchup. I don't like that.
B Dirt said he got the Broncos, dog.
B Dirt has the Broncos.
Yeah.
B Dirt, we rolling the same.
He on that Rusty mess.
He rolling with Russ. He know Russ the better quarterback. That's how B Dirt pick his games. He look at the teams, he look at the quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's a smart way to pick. They ain't actually sort of intelligent. Run it, Pay.
All right. You got the game of the weekend. Buffalo, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's a 3-point favorite at the crib. What you want to do with this one, G?
Man, give me the Eagles, man. I think there's a lot of dissension going on over there in Buffalo, man. And I don't know if Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen is going to get it together. I think that their season might be over. So
I don't need that.
Yeah, I think it's a wrap for Buffalo. I think it's adios muchachos. Let me get it to sign jumping off for the Bills for their playoff hopes. I think it's adios muchachos, man. Goodbye, my friend.
B Dirt, we gotta make this even, B Dirt. So I'm giving you another game. I'm giving this. The Chiefs are flying to Vegas. Vegas 10-point dogs. If you know like I know, the Chiefs' record over the last couple of years of double-digit favorites. B Dirt, you on the clock. And while he's typing, I'm gonna take the last two. Baltimore and Chargers for the Sunday night football game. Chargers are 3.5-point dogs at the crib. I'm taking Ravens to win. They're gonna win by 6. I'll take the Ravens to cover that. And for Monday Night Football, Bears at the Vikings. Vikings are 3-point faves over the lowly, hapless Bears. I believe the Bears are going to show up and show that they're professionals, that they're not going to embarrass themselves on national TV again in the same way that they did themselves the first time they saw the Vikings. I got the Bears to win outright. They're going to do more than cover. Thank you. And let me see what B Dirt's got for me.
Vegas. He said Vegas over the KC Chiefs, dog. He picked Vegas.
Ooh, that's what I like to see.
He took the points. He didn't pick them over the Chiefs.
That's smart.
He took the Vegas Raiders to cover.
What's the spread?
10.
Oh yeah, that did that. I think that. I mean, can KC score enough second half points to cover 10? That's the question.
Man, I don't trust that, man.
Yeah.
KC has a funny record with being a double-digit favorite over the last 3-4 years. So B Dirt's playing the odds. Hey, it's pay dirt.
Philly. All right, man. What else we got to cover, man?
That's it, man. That's all our games. That's all our games. We got one more topic to talk about Tate. I know you got stuff to do for the fam. Sound off.
All right, fellas. I'm gonna have to. How much longer y'all gonna be?
Wow.
Oh, we gonna finish this up. I got something I gotta get off my chest.
Okay.
Me and G got stuff to talk about.
I'll be back in a half hour to end the broadcast.
Gotcha.
Okay.
If it's before that, shoot me a text.
Got you, dog. We appreciate
All right,
you.
fellas.
Hey, happy holidays to you, Tate. I'll check you Sunday, man, for sure. Or maybe tomorrow. You know how we get out.
Man, Ohio State play Michigan. I ain't gonna talk to you tomorrow. You ain't gonna be blowing my text up.
Hey, man, I'm turning all electronic devices off from the hours of 11 to 3 o'clock.
I'm calling Cap.
You can call Cap all you want to. I ain't talking to nobody, bro. Unless you come to my crib, I don't even know who you are. Who's that?
All right, fellas.
Yeah.
All right.
Give cousin Val and cousin Damon my love.
Facts.
Have a good holiday, fellas.
Courtney here too. I'm gonna tell her you ain't say hi.
Courtney too. Courtney, accept my trade, Courtney. Accept my trade.
I sent her one too. She was tripping, man.
She just know y'all probably trying to.
That's because Kevin run her team, man. She run all trades through Kevin.
Kevin, her husband?
No.
Yeah, probably him too.
No, her brother.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, 30 minutes, bro. We'll see you.
All right.
Hey, let's get to it, man. What you got on your chest, man? Let's go.
Man, I've been waiting to talk about this for the longest. G, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the best quarterback in Texas?
Ooh.
Just this season, who's the best quarterback in Texas right here, right now?
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud over who the other quarterbacks in Texas? Just so I know.
Dak Prescott is in Dallas. Quinn Ewers is in the University of Texas. And everybody else is trash, and it don't even matter. Houston quarterback trash. All the rest of them trash.
So if they had an MVP vote right now, you're giving who would be your top 3 for MVP?
If I had to go MVP today, I would go Lamar Jackson 1. I would go Jalen Hurts 2. I would go Christian McCaffrey 3, and I will go C.J. Stroud 4.
That's crazy. That's interesting. Because if you ask me, I would give C.J. Stroud my number 1 vote. I'm giving it to C.J. I'm giving him Rookie of the Year and MVP. If you ask me right now today.
Well, Pay, if they go, I mean, this is legit talk now. If they win 10 games, oh yeah, you got to give it to him because he's going to have to play the way he's shown he could play in the first 10 down the stretch with these last 7. So if he's out there throwing 300 plus yards a game, couple of turnovers, couple of touchdowns, ain't turning the ball over, and they getting dubs, and that really means they just got to go 4-3 down the stretch. They go 4-3 down the stretch, 10 wins in the playoffs. Oh, you got to give it to him. What other have you ever seen a rookie play at the pace that C.J. Stroud has played in the history of the National Football League? It's never happened. So you got to give credit where credit's due, man.
I mean, I'm not mad at you. I do want to pull your coattails on this one here right now. So the number 2 guy in the league right now, as far as his completion percentage, is Dak Prescott.
Facts.
He's completed 70% of his passes right now.
Facts.
As far as yards, he's just under C.J. Stroud. He's played 1 less game than C.J. They
Facts.
both have he's number 4 in the league in passing yards. He has 23 touchdowns to 6 picks. 23 touchdowns, leads the league, mind you.
Facts.
And as I said, and the Dallas Cowboys are 8-3 after they just eviscerated the DC Commandos on national TV for Thanksgiving. And you didn't have them in your top 4 for MVP.
Nope. You know why?
I need to hear it. I want to hear it.
What's Dak Prescott record against the Philadelphia Eagles? What's
0-1.
Dak Prescott record against the San Francisco 49ers?
0-1.
They ain't played the Lions yet, but it's coming. They're gonna get smashed in that game too. Dak, when it come time, and this is why I call Dak trash, because he can beat up the teams he's supposed to beat up. But when it's time for him to ball out against a team that he got to win, now I'm not saying he played bad against the Eagles. I'm not saying that. However, the game was won and lost with Dak Prescott. Dak, when they went for that 2-point conversion, he stepped out of bounds. Hey, you got to make that play. No, when they went for the one little touchdown thing, he stepped out of bounds. When he threw that pass, my brother get to talking about PI on this, that, and this. No, Dak, you got to lead that tight end to let him make a play on the ball so that way you get the dub. That game came down to marginal, a couple of plays here, a couple of plays there. And when games come down like that, those games are usually won and lost at the quarterback position. So what I'm saying is, Dak, you might throw for a lot of yards, but when it comes time to make big time plays, bro, you trash. Listen, Michael Irwin said it better than any player in the history of NFL football. Big time players make big time plays in big time games. And Dak Prescott, you ain't made a big time play in a big time game ever. Ever.
What big time game that has Lamar Jackson played this year?
None. 0.
But he's number 1 on your MVP list.
Yep.
How?
Because he's turned around his ability and his team. Lamar Jackson is playing the most solid football he's played, especially from a passing standpoint, that I've ever seen a dude play in his whole life. And you got to remember, he's already won the MVP one time. So for him to actually change his game and be passing now versus running, all that means a lot. And look at that. They have the best record in the AFC. Who would have thought that? They're coming in down the stretch. Yeah, 8-3. Come on, bro. Lamar been balling. So that's why I give him numero uno.
So Lamar, as right now, he has a career high in completion percentage. He has this isn't one of his best years. In fact, this is tied for almost his career low in QBR. I've watched every Raven game this season. I've heard all the talk about Lamar being MVP. I don't see it. I know the Ravens are winning games. I just don't think. I remember how Lamar played when he did win MVP. He's not at that level right now. He hasn't played at that level. He's had maybe a couple of games, good games here and there, but he's been steady. And steady is not MVP to me. Steady is good. If the season ended today, his season will be less impressive to me than Dak's. Dak has been the best quarterback in the league for the last 6 weeks, to me.
Over
followed
Stroud?
closely
Over
behind by
Stroud?
CJ.
Ooh,
Closely behind CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
CJ has been a dog. That's why I said if I had to give this whole season MVP, it would be CJ, and give him the Rookie of the Year, and give DeMeco Ryans Coach of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
And I might even give some votes to Will Anderson for Defensive Rookie of the Year because he's played amazing. He's played amazing. I mean, his stats aren't eye popping, but if you watch the game and see the effect that he has on the pass rush and on the stopping the defense and stopping the run, I get mad every time because my team, the Chicago Bears, traded down twice in the draft. They draft an offensive lineman who kicked the ball out of bounds for a safety in this past game. We passed on Will Anderson. We passed on Jalen Carter. Passed on a bunch of guys who could make an immediate impacts. I ain't saying Darnell Wright is bad. I'm saying, man, every time I look at Will Anderson and Jalen Carter and the rest of them, I get a little upset.
Jalen Carter might be the defensive MVP, rookie MVP. Jalen Carter might be that. He might be that one, dog. He might be that one.
He's been good. Lamar Jackson is trending towards having a career high in passing attempts.
Mm-hmm.
And if he keeps up with this completion percentage, I could see the argument for him being an MVP. But I got to get to December 1st. As of right now, in November, it's just that he ain't wowed me enough. Outside of that Detroit game, it hasn't been any wow factor. And I'm used to Lamar wowing me. So, I mean, it's just maybe this is just his next level of progression. He's just become more steady, I guess. But to me, it's still the turnover.
Today is for him to lose. I think as of today is for him to lose.
Yeah.
He would have to play trash. They'd have to go 4-3 down the stretch. 4-3 or 3-4, and then it'd be like, nah, he ain't the one. But definitely Stroud, 10 wins. Oh, it's his trophy, dog. It's his trophy. I mean,
he has.
Go ahead.
He has 17 touchdowns total so far this season. He has 5 interceptions. He's fumbled the ball a lot. Let's see. He's lost.
Who? CJ Stroud or Lamar?
No, I'm talking about Lamar. He has 10 fumbles, lost 5 of them. Yeah. Just for me watching him, he puts the ball in the grass a lot. He gives the defense too many chances. He does, and I've debated people for this for the longest. People call him a running back. He can't pass, blah, 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 blah. He has been missing a lot of passes deep this season. Usually he doesn't miss the ones deep. He misses the ones on the outside. But he's missed OBJ deep a lot. He's missed Zay Flowers deep a lot, just overthrowing them, stuff like that. And he had that underthrow to your boy JPJ in that critical game.
Well, this is the deal for Lamar Jackson. Without a security blanket, Mark Andrews going down the stretch, hey man, he got to play. He's got to play because Mark Andrews ain't gonna be in the middle of the field. Because you scared to death of to throw the ball to Zay or throw the OBJ across the top. Mm-hmm. So, he going to have to play. So that's why I'm thinking even more so that he's going to show that he's the MVP. It's him or Jalen Hurts.
He's got to.
It's him or Jalen.
Well, you remember during the preseason, we had our room, what do you call it? Tiers. And I told you all the AFC North, the best tight end room was Baltimore Ravens. They had Mark Andrews backed up by Isaiah Likely. And he Likely got to back me up, man. Because I stuck my neck out for you, bro. I know you got talent. You have to go ahead and show it. That boy is versatile. He is a long football player. Pause on that. But I can't wait to see see the match they put together. Mark Andrews, like you said, Mark Andrews has been a great security blanket in the middle of the field for Lamar.
Yeah.
All these years. So they came into the league together, but he's going to have to start spreading that ball around to Zay Moore, OBJ Moore. OBJ had his best game in 5 years just last week. Let's start peppering them more. Let's start building on top of that.
Hey, I got to switch the subject, but still stay on NFL football. I got a stat to hit you with. There's something that I've been telling y'all for about the last couple of weeks. What team in the last 3 weeks has 15 sacks and 6 turnovers from a defensive standpoint in the last 3 weeks? 15
Dallas?
sacks? No. 15 sacks and 6 turnovers. Lead the league.
6 turnovers in the last 3 weeks?
6 turnovers in the last 3 weeks and 15 sacks.
Cleveland?
No. I'm going to tell you. The San Francisco 49ers, dog. Since the acquisition and the trade of Chase Young to San Francisco, 15 sacks and 6 turnovers. Bruh, and they just now learning how to play with each other. Pause. So now, what you gonna do when Nicky Bosa and Chase Young run down on you, dog? What you gonna do? And listen, I love the Steelers, but man, the 49ers gonna be hard to beat, bro. They're gonna be hard to beat.
I was trying to tell y'all, man. Install the 49ers. When they get back healthy, let Debo come back. And then they brought in Chase. Bosa is going to eventually, show you why he's the highest paid defensive player in the league right now. He's eventually show it. And Brock Purdy, he did have the highest completion percentage in the league prior to the start of week 12. He make plays. He make them. A lot of people say he's a system quarterback. I think he's a little bit more than that. I think he's better than just saying he's a system guy. He makes a lot of plays. He makes a lot of heady plays on top of that. Yeah. That team is dangerous. I can't wait to see the rematch between them and Philadelphia.
It's next week. It's after this week. Next week is the Philadelphia Eagles versus the San Francisco 49ers. And the whole reason they brought Chase Young in was because Jalen Hurts, where you going? Jalen Hurts kills a lot of teams with his legs. They made that move to stop Philadelphia. That's the whole. And guess what? Just like Lamar ain't got his security blanket with Mark Andrews, Jalen Hurts ain't got his security blanket, and Dallas got it either. He broke his forearm against the Cowboys, and ain't no telling how long he gonna be out.
Man, put a soft cast on that and get on back out there, man. Real men play football with broken arms.
I'm just saying, bro. He ain't practiced. He ain't played. And man, now you're gonna have Chase Young and Nicky Bosa riding down on you. Oh, bro, it's gonna be causing problems. Philadelphia, and this is another reason why. And I'm swinging back to Dak. This is another reason why Dak trashed, because Dallas stands no chance against the Eagles or the 49ers. They stand no chance.
I don't like that you're grading Dak on big games. Well, no one else has to do that same thing with big games. Jalen Hurts is the only player. Huh?
Why don't Brock Purdy?
Jalen Hurts, you didn't put Brock Purdy in your top 4. Jalen Hurts was the only guy in your top 4 that has played and won big games this year. Dak, now
Stroud don't win big games.
Stroud has a big game coming up this Sunday. Yeah. I want to Stroud. Every game for a rookie is a big game. I mean, I guess every game for a rookie has a certain level of big, but you don't really take a team this young that serious. The weight of it ain't the same as for a vet who has to prove himself. No one has any expectations for this team yet. So therefore, the big game argument for them doesn't really hold the same weight as it may for Trevor Lawrence, for Dak, the premier quarterback on America's team. Let CJ make a playoff, do something. So now, and when they start expecting it from him, let's see what he does now when the expectations there. Because expectations is when you define what type of player you are.
I don't disagree. But I would much rather take. I'm not going to say I would take Stroud over him, but I'd take Lamar Jackson in the big game and Jalen Hurts in a big game before I took Dak Prescott. I would much rather. I'd take them two quarterbacks way before I took that into a big game.
I wouldn't argue with that. I mean, I've seen Dak in a big game a lot, and Dak in the big games has not looked like Dak has looked in these last 5-6 games. Dak in these last 5-6 games has looked like, he's playing with kids. In big games, he's the one that's a kid. So I agree. I want to see it from Dak. To quiet the haters, to prove it on a grander scale as far as like where you sit in the grand scheme of quarterbacks. Dak has to do it in a big game. Dak got to do it when the pressure's at its highest, when it's win or go home. I want to see it from you, Dak. But to close the circle on this conversation for this season, I think Dak's been the best quarterback.
I mean,
if not him, it's one of them quarterbacks in Texas.
Yeah. I still like Lamar. I mean, but you know what? I think this without a shadow of a doubt. And I wish the other homies was in the podcast right now to tell us this. I think in the next 3 weeks, we're going to know without a shadow of a doubt who the MVP is. Without a shadow of a doubt, within the next 3 weeks, we're going to know exactly who it is. So I don't think this one's coming down the stretch. I think that Lamar can stretch this thing out, or Jalen can jump him, or like in 3 weeks, we talking about CJ Stroud is 9-4. Like what in the world is going on in Houston, Texas? So we're gonna see real quick, fast, in a hurry in the next 3 weeks.
I'm gonna be so mad if CJ Stroud ends up 9-4 and we had the number 1 pick. I love Justin Fields, but I'm gonna be looking at him like mother.
So this is the last subject, and this is what we was talking about from the Homies podcast, and we're swinging on over to overtime, man. This goes back to the Steelers because we are on Steel Curtain Network, right? 6 quarterbacks are available in the first round next year. Caleb Williams, Drake May, Michael Penix Jr., Bo Nix, Jalen Daniels, and who's my 6th guy? I'm missing
JJ McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy, right? And
Michael Penix.
We said Michael Penix. And maybe Quinn Ewers can play his way into it.
Mm-hmm.
So there are possible 7 quarterbacks available in the draft.
Did you say Jaden Daniels from LSU too?
Yes. So 7. Then you got Kyler Murray, who's going to be available. Possibly Justin Fields, who's going to be available. And Kirk Cousins, who's going to be available. That's 10 quarterbacks. How in the world can the Steelers sit on KPA if he doesn't show it in the next few games? Because of listen, as far as my thinking and what I've watched in film review, I've not seen a quarterback draft class this deep in decades. Serviceable guys that are going to come into the NFL and get it done right away. Like you're going to know in 3 games about all these guys. Ain't no projects. So what do the Steelers do, bro? I want to hear it from a guy who you follow the Steelers because it's AFC North, but from an outside perspective, because I didn't have my take about this, but I just want to hear it from you, man.
So you don't know if they're going to do it right away. That's the gamble. But what you do get is you reset the clock. That's the argument. I got to keep telling everybody in Chicago, you got to reset the clock. If you're not sure about the guy you have, you do not pay him. Kenny Pickett is coming on his 3rd season. 3rd season will be next year. So the winter fall of 2025 will be when you gotta start talking about paying Kenny Pickett. If you got 10 guys available right now, pause, you gotta make the move early. I agree with you. Full stop, G. Same thing we got to do in Chicago. Hey, it's time. We got to start talking about a contract extension for Justin Fields right now. We don't want to do the Daniel Jones. I don't want to give somebody I'm not sure about $40 million a year.
That's all facts.
And there's 10. If I can reset the clock with a young guy who has promise as well, I'm going to consider that. And if I can get somebody like Kyler Murray, who's on it, who's signed to a contract right now, who's as every day goes by, that contract gets cheaper and cheaper.
Yeah,
he might be available. He's proven at the very least. We know he can go out there, win games, and make highlights. We know he can do that. He can be consistent with it at least. Kirk Cousins. If you're a win now team, like I wouldn't say the Bears or the Steelers are in that category. As a matter, for something of Kirk Cousins, of what he brings to the table, because he's going to be 37 coming up next year when he comes back. Somebody for the Jets,
second oldest quarterback in the league. Yeah.
If somebody was looking for a win now, a la Jets, we got to move off Whack Wilson. And another team is out there. Maybe I don't know who else is in the win now position. Maybe Cleveland Browns.
Maybe the Detroit Lions, because Jared Goff done proven he ain't no guy neither.
Yeah, Jared Goff the last two weeks has been brutal.
Yeah.
God,
you put Kirk Cousins with them, it's a different ball game, bro.
He didn't turn the ball over. He threw 3 interceptions to linebackers against the Bears.
And fumbled 3 times. He fumbled 3 or 4 times Thursday.
And he made my food taste so bad on Thursday watching him play. I'm like, man, you blew my parlay this early. Come on, get this dude out of the game. I'm sick.
But that's what I'm saying. So if I'm the Steelers, right? I mean, I have to. If he's not the guy, I gotta call Chicago and say, hey, look, are you moving off the fields or what? Or I gotta look in the draft and I gotta say, look, man, if he's trash, we're gonna have a 9-8 record anyway, a 9-8 or 8 or 9 record anyway. So that's gonna put us somewhere between that 16 and 20 pick. Listen, there might be a quarterback or two there. And if we got to move up to get the guy who we've designated as the guy, you can't wait on it. The Steelers have been so fortunate as far as guys coming to them or landing to them. I mean, heck, we had a 17-year starter in Ben Roethlisberger that fell to us. Roethlisberger was not supposed to be available. Roethlisberger was supposed to win number 1 to the Giants. But he fell to us, right? So we're spoiled in that capacity. And as far as KP8 is concerned, we're one of 3 teams that had a first-round grade for KP8 in the draft. 3 teams only had a first-round grade, and we were one of 3. And he fell to us. So, dog, it don't look like he's working right now. So if that's the case, it's all in. You got to go and get your franchise quarterback. NFL teams can't win unless you have your franchise quarterback. That's what I'm saying, Pay.
And not the Bears, but the Steelers will have their pick of the litter wherever they fall. If they end up being 9-8, that's what, number 17, maybe number 17 pick. You probably still have out of those 6, possibly 7 first round quarterbacks. You probably still have about 4 of them still available on the board. And you can always trade up. There's always a Huckleberry somewhere in the draft. You can beat them out of some picks. I've seen your general manager make moves. You can move up. You can talk somebody with a quarterback into swapping picks and getting up there and get who you need. It's definitely valuable.
I said you talk too much. Oh boy, you never shut up.
He tripping.
That
was Tate Boy Fresh.
I know. Here he come. Hey, pause. Where what are we going to have on the ground reporter, some field report coming from B Dirt? What was that? Mm-hmm. I promised the people in the chat we had B Dirt stumping pavement in Ann Arbor, Michigan. He's going to give us the on the field report. I'm looking like a liar. Mm-hmm. Don't make me a liar, B Dirt.
The plan was for him to come live from the big house, but he obviously couldn't make. He says Wi-Fi was tripping at one point.
Wi-Fi. They don't have 5G out there in Ann Arbor?
Man, you know what he's about to get? I'm looking for the sign right now. I can't. Oh, there it goes. Fine. Fine remotely. Fine. It's your responsibility to have the Wi-Fi jumping off at all times. Protect yourself and prepare yourself at all times. We're professionals around here, B Dirt. Fine. Fine. Hey man, so I ain't got nothing left. Pay, you got anything? I think takeaway check. Fresh.
Yeah, we were talking about the Steelers quarterback situation, and Justin Fields did come up. I just want to let everybody know, if you ain't watched the video on the Bear Claw at Hylas Hall video, I'm gonna give you a synopsis. We haven't gotten over how you all ransacked us for Chase. You took advantage of a rookie GM. So now You're gonna have to run. We're gonna have to get that back in blood. You're gonna have to come out. We're gonna either, if you want Justin, we gotta scrap. You gotta give us extra. We don't need a late first, possibly another day 2 pick, and another late round pick, just in case, just for Steel Curtain Network. Just because you gotta give us something back. That terrible trade we had with Chase Claypool, we ain't gotten over it yet. And the Miami Dolphins are having buyer's remorse in themselves. They don't even want him either. I think he's got 1 catch in 5 games with Miami.
It's horrible.
I don't even think he suited up today.
Yeah, facts. Horrible.
Send him back to Canada.
Yep. So listen. Are we ready to get up out of here? Pay. Final thoughts. We had another. Hey, first of all, I'm gonna say this as we leave. You guys, I hope all you guys had a great Thanksgiving weekend. I hope you was able to spend time with your families, have fun, make memories. Because that's really what we do on the Homies podcast on Fans First Sports Network, Steel Curtain Network. We make memories with people all the time. This stuff will be archived forever. They'll be looking at this stuff 25 years from now and be like, man, them dudes was on some stuff, man, as far as really being able to give us good information. So make sure you're taking time to make memories with your family and friends out there in podcast land, because we appreciate y'all spending time with us, but make sure you make time with your family and friends, man.
The stuff that I was on was illegal in most states. Tate, what you got?
Oh, man, I came up just to close it out, man. I said everything I need to say. I came back and hit y'all with the talk too much. Y'all boys just still going.
Hey,
cool.
Man,
We
promised these people 60 minutes of action.
That's what I'm saying. I was downstairs watching with the rest of my family, the rest of the show. That's how I knew to come up, and I knew what was going on. But man, so this is a great show, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for carrying me for once.
We appreciate you. Y'all make sure y'all hit them algorithms before you go out. Get the like popping off. Make sure you share with your friends. Homies podcast on Fans First Sports Network, Steel Curtain Network. Tate, let's get us out of here, bro.
We appreciate everybody coming in.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Hail to the victors.
And go Bucks.
Hey, Big G. Pay talking about the best team. Now, I asked him if he wanted to put a 50 on it. He said, nah, get that. Hey, B Dirt, text me you want to bet this 50, man.
He's scared.
That nifty.
Yeah.
I
believe.
All right, fella, we about to get out.
Yep, let's go.
To Homie Nation and the generals out there. Peace.